Good morning. It's hard to believe day two of 2019 is already here, but this is the day, and Possibility Me is what it's about. I've been looking for a kind of a phrase, a tagline, something that identifies what Possibility Me is all about, and we're going to work on it together. But the essence of it is, um, it's not who you think you've been. That really makes the difference. It's the possibility of who you will become. And so we're not on a journey of self improvement. We're on a journey of self discovery, looking to see the you that you are. And today's topic is really laying out the journey itself. It's a journey together, and there's a destination, but we're not going to focus on the destination right now because if you had a map in front of you and you opened it up and you looked at it and you knew exactly where you wanted to go, you could see, you're like, there it is. And you knew the routes to get there and some of the obstacles that were on some of those various routes because you looked at this big map. It really wouldn't matter. It wouldn't mean anything unless you knew where you were. And so that's kind of the subject of right now is where are you? Some of the quotes that I came across, maybe the journey isn't so much about becoming anything. Maybe it's about unbecoming everything that isn't really you, so you can be who you were meant to be in the first place. It was an anonymous quote, but I loved it, and it fits so much of the theme of who I think we need to look at for the 2019 journey together. And like I said, it's not just about where we're going, and so we're not going to focus on that right now. It'll come. It's important. We want to have an idea, but right now we need to identify where we are, and sometimes the people around you want to understand your journey. They don't need to. It's not for them. So we're here on this journey together, and the true journey is one that is traveled with an inner GPS fully activated. That one was by Alexis Brooks. I don't know who that is, but I like that quote. We need to determine who we are. The inner GPS needs to be activated so we know where we get off track. And I've definitely been guilty of being off track because I didn't have that inner GPS activated. So I think today's question is really simple. Where are you, and how do we identify that? It's really not as hard as you might think. It's what's so, what's so right now, and those are the things, kind of the facts. What are the facts? Whether it's economically, geographically, physically. How much do you weigh? What's your bank account say? The job you're in, the relationships you have, who the people you count on as friends. All those little details are what so. That's who you are today, right now, and then once we've figured that out, we can begin to develop a plan, a path. Because let's take sailing. That's my favorite thing. Even if you knew where you're headed, you generally can't necessarily get there because if the wind blows from that direction, you can't sail upwind. So you're going to have to, veer off and go on different tacks. And let's say you know where you're going and the wind's blowing perfectly, but there's a land mass, an island or a peninsula in front of you. You still can't get there, even if you know where you want to go and the wind's perfectly aligned to get you there. Unless you have an amphibious sailboat, you're still going to have to sail around some obstacles. And so we're going to have to figure out where we are first and then where we want to go next. Yesterday I didn't have my quotes in front of me. I just wanted to share one that I thought was just really good. Couple. A grateful heart is the beginning of greatness. It is an expression of humility. It is the foundation for the development of such virtues as prayer, faith, courage, contentment, happiness, love, and well-being. And that was from James Faust. And then as 2019 begins, consider your smile and look around when you bump into people today, walking down the street. Are they smiling? And are you smiling? And here's a quote from Mother Teresa. It says, Let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. So 2019 is here. I hope you chose your one word. My one word is humility. It may not always seem that way, but I am constantly working on it. And I hope that this day finds you well, and that the question I would ask you to consider, because we're going to talk about it tomorrow, is what has become, or what occurs in your world as that's just the way it is. There's no way to change it. It's just the way it is. Look around and think about some of the things that are that maybe you'd like to change. Maybe others hope would change, but it's just the way it is. What are those things? And we'll come back tomorrow on day 3 of 2019. Have a great year. Be your best self, and let your light shine.